Hey, little Bentley. You got Faith behind you. I can't take you with me. I know you like camping, but somebody's got to watch Faithy girl. I know, Wiggle Butt. I know, Wiggle Butt. Well, the car's loaded. The camera gear's on board. We're headed to Fort Soto in Pinellas County, or is it Hillsborough County? St. Petersburg. So we're headed. Come on along. Let's head over to the camper, get loaded up, pull this behind us, and then we're on our way to St. Pete. Well, inevitably, you get down to where the Mickey Mouse utility pole ear thing is, down by Celebration. And this is what you get. You're going nowhere fast. I've been in this line now for about a half an hour. And I've seen car after car after car just bail from this lane, go through the median, and head off onto I-4, which seems to be rolling a little faster than we are. In fact, I think the only reason we're moving forward at all is because cars are bailing through the median. I don't know about Florida Division of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, but I think it's time for them to reconfigure this intersection. Unlike the movie Spaceballs, this truly is ludicrous speed.
They found him lying out behind the arcade. Boys back home say his girl is getting late. On the day he got out, he hitched a ride. The mud on the road stained his coat down one side. Boy's never been around, now he's on the wrong side of town. Did it take a long way? 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 Take a long way home. The highway patrol, they got him on the run. They never pulled the trigger, never hurt no one. But the man's got his number on a list somewhere, right next to a fingerprinted proof ID. Will it take a long way? Will it take a long way? Will it take a long way? Take a long way home. The highway patrol say he's a dangerous ride. They got his number on their breath machine. Mother says he's stupid, his sister says he's mean, and the deputy attorney wants the boy to come clean. Did it take a long way?
Anyhow, that's a quick look inside. You can see they had a ton of coupons for discounted dining cruises. Now, my wife Turi and I have been on these dining cruises before, and they were amazing. It was $49. This was about 2 years ago. Took us out the main cut into the Gulf of Mexico to watch the sunset. Literally went out about a mile from the inlet and just sat out there, sat sideways 90 degrees of the sun, and you can just enjoy the sunset. And they had a full bar on board, which was a cash bar, but that's fine. And we saw a gorgeous sunset. Now the dinner was $49.95 each, but it was prime rib, grouper, all the fixings, and it wasn't cheap food. It was really good. And a nice dining area. Then you can go to the upper decks to relax and watch the world go by. And it took you past a lot of nice big marinas, and each of those marinas had multi-million-dollar boats. It was just fun to look at. So if you're in town, I definitely would recommend a dining cruise. Well, we arrived at Fort Soto, and you can see there's a long line of people. I check in, I drive all the way through this long, winding charcoal, I don't know, I guess you call it compact coral, to get all the way to the last campsite, which is mine, 2:30, to find out that there's a travel trailer and two people who just decided to sneak an extra day rather than leaving. They didn't tell the rangers that they're going to stay another night. Now I'm stuck waiting while they hook up their trailer. Anyhow, So now we're going to wait until they vacate the site and we can get in. This is one of the bays right here at Fort Soto. Got them on either side. We're kind of like on a peninsula, which is kind of cool. You can see the campsites along the way. Well, there's site 230. It's currently taken right now, but it's right on the water. It's a back-end site. Should be no problem to get the motorhome in there. The internal sites are all pull-through and they're nice and long. You can actually get hidden in there. So overall, the park looks beautiful and I'm looking forward to this. Walk on down to the water here. There's a picnic table. We don't have any fire pits, but burned a nice fire last night in the grill and worked out real well. If you're going to Fort Soto, don't bring a regular fire ring. They don't supply them and you can't use them. You have to have one that's elevated off the ground or a gas one. Here's your Site 230 outlets. It's got 30 and 50. We do have water. Plenty of ample room for the car. Trash is right here, which is nice. Overall, it's a big site. Yeah, works out quite nice. A little tight with the awning, and I got the tree limb in there. So I'm gonna clear that out so I can retract it. Maybe if I pulled forward just a little bit. It's not worth it. It's not raining. We don't have rain in the forecast. And even if we did, I wouldn't be sitting underneath it. All right. This is Site 230. Little tip. Try not to go to the staging area on the right. If you go to the one on the right, then if it's your time to leave and somebody's pulled into the left, you gotta wait for them to check out. So make sure you avoid that situation. So you come in like this guy here who's pulling in now. He's on the right hand side. He's gonna come all the way up. Now if another RVer should pull up ahead of the Georgetown Class A there, and you're behind him, then you're going to be waiting a while. All right. This is like a little camp store. You got bicycles for rent. I like this glass elevator. I used to run a motel. We had 2 floors, but we had no elevator. And we're hauling air conditioners up and down and carts up and down, maid carts. It was not easy. Not to mention it wasn't fun for a lot of our guests. Where had we had something like this, which is a nice portable elevator, would have been neat. Anyhow, we got bicycle rentals.
The only other thing is, this is it, this is not. The breakfast smaller than what was in there. I have no copy of this breakfast, and I'm like, it's for other you and I think. So zero would be better. Oh, it's
playing today, but who are the Ducks playing? That'll be my new favorite team.
I hope the Ducks don't win.
All right, got me a nice shirt inside. I was gonna film that, but then some people walked in with a medical issue. She got into some fire ants, which definitely wasn't neat looking on her foot. She was getting into it pretty good, so I figured it best I stopped. I figured it was best I stopped recording after the girl with fire ants bites all over her leg walked in, so it wouldn't be a good thing. All right, let's head back down to the campsite. All right, let's talk about the amenities. It's got a nice little shop. It's got great playgrounds for the kids, good laundry facilities, good bathhouses, pretty clean, maintained by the park system of Pinellas County. This is not a state park. Negatives: no sewer, got to use the dump station. It's got water, got power, 50 amp, 30 amp plugs on each post. Can't say enough about the water that surrounds this park. There is no internet here, and I have AT&T cell phone, and it's abysmal. I mean, if I'm not at the camper where my Wii Boost helps out. With the Wii Boost, I get 5 bars. Without the Wii Booster, away from it, 1 if I'm lucky. So, as far as internet goes, there is internet at the check-in facility, but there is none here in the campground. I think I paid $42 a night. Trying to do this one-handed so I can hold a camera. For 3 nights, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I paid $125.43. I'll let you know what that's like. All right, let's look at the rule book. Campsite occupancy is limited to one of the following groups of camping rings: 2 tents and 2 vehicles, 1 travel trailer and 2 vehicles, 6-person limit per campsite. So if the Brady Bunch shows up, they're gonna need 2 campsites. Make your reservations in advance. This place sees 3 million visitors a year at the park, and inside the campground there's a large number of them. So it's hard. Monday through Thursday, you could probably get a spot. And there are some drive-up spots available. There were last night for Friday night, but I don't know if that's good for Saturday, Sunday. Weekends, everyone in Central Florida seems to come here because it's such a neat place. It's got a beautiful, pristine beach, which we're going to get to in a minute. It's got a beautiful, pristine beach. It's got nice water. You can walk on out knee deep. It's only going to be about 50 yards right here, and you can throw a cast net. There's all kinds of bait fish out there, or you can go and buy your fishing gear in the clubhouse where the bike rentals, kayak rentals, and all that takes place. There's a beautiful boat facility for launching a boat if you happen to be towing a boat. It's got to have 15 slips for putting in and out. It was amazing. Hey, this isn't a beach parking area. It's a runway. It literally goes for miles and miles. I mean, it's 1.5 miles long. It's longer than the runways at Orlando International Airport. And trust me, I've landed there. This is an impressive parking lot. If it fills up, I don't want to be on the beach. All right, we're at the beach. Let's take a look at what this beach looks like. Got a nice changing house right there. So far, so good. Let's walk on out to the dune. That's a neat little item, a super umbrella. Peg it down in the corners. Water's very clear. Now I would imagine on a weekday this beach is nowhere near as crowded, and this isn't crowded by any means. Got nice light waves breaking in. It's not heavy waves crashing the shore. Kids can play. I mean, this is a nice beach. This is a real nice beach. All right, one thing I learned is when I came into the parking lot, this is the North Beach. Don't park at the first dressing cabana. Go to the second or third because it's right off the parking lot. I had to walk down about a quarter-mile path to get to the beach, and I thought that was kind of odd. But when I got to the beach, I realized parking lot's right there. if I would have just gone farther down. Okay, we're at Fort Soto. This is an actual fort. Now I'm going to show this to you. You have to freeze frame it if you want to. I'm not going to hold it forever. But we're going to follow this trail to the fort. Oh, this goes nowhere. The Hornsby Ackroyd oil engine was used inside the dynamo room with the battery lately to provide electricity to fire the mortars and power the searchlights. So that's like a generating room.
Here's my bag.
Wonder what kind of generators they had back when his fort was in motion. Oh, check out these cannons. And this is the second mortar battery. In reading we just did, the sign, it says that these things could go up to 6 miles. And that up top they had machine gun turrets to ward off the Spanish attack. This fort was put here during the Spanish-American War. Well hidden from the ocean, they have a scout call out their location. They just start lobbing stuff at boats. Now think about it. To take a mortar the size of a big cannonball and start lobbing them out into the ocean, how lucky would you have to be to hit a ship? I mean, I'd be out in a boat and all of a sudden, bloop. What was that? I don't know. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, thunder. Bloop. Look over there, a quarter mile away. It must have been impossible. I mean, one notch would equal 100 yards maybe when you're trying to shoot at a boat. God forbid you actually have a misfire and you hit the wall. Yeah, here's the guns. I would say it stands approximately 12 feet tall in its upright position. Look at these chains. That is built in. Probably to harness these suckers down. I would imagine those are where they would put a pipe or rod through to jack it up to move it. As you can see, it's on a swivel. Got a foot switch here. Turn your control here to adjust left and right. And then I'm sure there was another control wheel probably here that controlled your up and down. Now they're pretty accurate as far as where they're aiming, because you can see there's rifling in the barrel. It's a spiral rifling, which means the bullet came out pretty true to course. The breech is gone on this, or the back end, whatever you want to call it, but there's a look down a cannon barrel. That is one big mortar. This is another smaller cannon. It looks to be about an 8-inch. I'm not sure. We can find a sign, we'll look it up. Probably be a little bit more accurate and not as well hidden as opposed to lobbing mortars. Off in the distance, right about there, you see the Sunshine Skyway. Here is the roof of the fort, a lot of ventilation ducts. Down there are the 12-inch mortars. Now there's some type of a research thing going on out there. And then to the left is a fishing pier. A lot of people out fishing on the end of it. That water's really clear. It is a beach, people are at it. My guess is this is what they use to spot the boats, to call to the mortars. Problem is, if you run out of quarters, the attack is just imminent. Well, that's going to conclude our tour of the actual fort in Fort Soto. Again, lobbing 12-inch balls into the middle of the Gulf of Mexico trying to hit a ship that you can't see, that you're relying on your buddy up there to call out the coordinates. I would imagine you'd go through a lot of cannonballs. But hey, maybe just the fact of the deterrent was enough to keep the Spanish away during the war. Oh, there's a kayak, paddleboard rental facility right here on the bay, which is located in the park. That's nice. Well, that concludes our tour of Fort Soto. Now it's off to Tropicana Field, where the Boston Red Sox are going to take on the Tampa Rays. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Reinhold Mate saying goodbye from Fort Soto Park. I'll leave you with a little aerial view of what the park looks like. Thanks again.